Are we live? This is a parody. We have the right to play this. I want to put this on. Got that mark. Let's think up. Days off. To get it off. We soothe it, place off. We just play off. Won't you join the roster? You a watcher. Know you ready. Alright. Don't you even let me. 18. Got the layers. Placement in the paper. 18. Don't encrypted. Predicted. Truth depicted. 18. When I'm back off the curve, the time after echoes were heard. I'm back on the nerve. I'm back with the word. I'm back with the word. With the nerve. Get back on my mind. Get back on the terms. You take back the time. I'm back, and I'm back on the first surge. They jump when I jump out and jump in and swerve, swerve. Yeah, yeah. This half time gonna show that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a dog, you know that. You stuck in the footage, can't decode that. 18. 18. Who did 9/11? Was it the he did? 18. 18. Did 9/11? Was it the he did? Please don't copyright me. That was parody, Ross. Please don't copyright us. We're exercising parody law. It says 18, not 18. If you get what I'm talking about. That shit needs to be trending right now. Run it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit kind of hard. Like, there's a few words I wanted to say. Already said coach, because the AI kind of put coach you if you let me on a replacement. Then how about grope if you won't let me? But at the same time, like, I still think about changing that. If you think that should be the final deal, then fine. But it'll be funny. I'll grope if you won't let me. E-team. Because you know how they are. And all that shit. So, like, I don't know. We're here. We're live. If we can't stop the screen sharing for a minute. We're live. We're lit. Let's get some hashtags here. It's the rfoshow. Take a deep dive. Rolling right there on the homepage and on the autism, any kind of whatsoever, or any conspiracies, any theories, and we'll dive in and see what's true, separating fact from fiction. likely plausible, and what's propaganda to deflect from criminal action by somebody or a group of people. Oh, so I might not be able to, I don't know what some guideline strike expires December the 3rd. What? Our content. Or they removed it. Who cares? Who cares? We're on the other channel here checking it. We got views. On this channel now, we dropping music things. I don't know. Again, we are within the guidelines. This is parody for entertainment purposes only. And, it's like Family Guy. We're just, we're deciphering everybody. We joke about everybody and all of their stereotypes, which a lot of them, the Jewish stereotypes, happen to be true. Instead of proving us to be a liar or even calling us a liar, they want to just act so offended. But see, I tried 3 times to do the E-Team on YouTube and it wouldn't. Facebook took it, Instagram allows it, it's still up on my TikTok, which censors more than YouTube, which has banned my accounts way more than I have on YouTube. I don't think I've lost one yet. So, but I've been close a few times. That's why I don't really post much on YouTube, but I'm trying to. Now see, look, here we go. Upcoming changes to the guideline warnings. Just letting y'all YouTubers know. They constantly change it. Now, we have we're starting to get more views. This isn't the normal channel that we stream on. Again, I'm still unable to stream back on there. And they're saying, oh, your account's good at risk of a attack because of two-step verification. Decades without it, and now it's at risk. I think not. So we're here, we're live, we're going to discuss this. We hope everybody can hit all the fancy buttons down the bottom, whatever they are, the likes, the shares, the copy the link, embedded the video onto your website, onto your homepage if you operate a news site. Full permission to do all the buttons if they're available below the deal, even to download clips and re-upload it. We're probably going to get a budget for some clippers out here. I don't know. Maybe just the Fiverr guys, if you can just get started, we can get back up there. We need y'all guys that have viral clip pages, because we're going to talk about some great shit in here. We're going to have some special guests on here. We're getting it lined up. I would like to interview some of the truthers on here and find out why. I do agree, whether they're agents or not, I do agree with one thing that a lot of these people have said over the times, that it went from we're exposing all the truth, coming together and building this society, cutting off all what they've normalized us to do, and now it's back to, oh well, just flat earth is a distraction. Clearly it's flat, there's no debate. Let's go into these other truths. Let's debate truth, period. If you want to talk about flat earth, fine, but I think they should just be truth lives. And that, flat earth is just this thing that affects everybody, but it doesn't affect anybody. If you get what I mean, it affects everybody, because then they realize everything's a lie, but it's not one of the things directly, it's not the chemtrails, it's not the fact that people are still buying this fucking poison and spraying it everywhere, and that homeowners spray like twice as much, if not 3 times or plus, what farmers do. So, it's the farmers, we're not, it's you. So, yeah, you're not a man if you don't have a Monsanto yard. Like, we still got all that going on. You get what I mean? But anyway, back to here, off-road. Representing for oneness. So a lot of things that kind of RFO kind of just sounded good as an acronym that I could just interchange and have multiple things. And it'd be one of them logos that the same letters have multiple symbolic, synonym, or synonymous phrases or acronyms for it. So you can break it up. Oh yeah, it means multiple things. Real fucking oneness. Real fight
Really, for oneness? Right fucking on one, or right fucking on, like, representing for Oklahoma? Representing for one, let's see, rapping for Oklahoma, rocking for Oklahoma? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've had that as the label name forever, or just the business, or just as the company, you know, when I do meet with people, you know what I'm saying? We take serious now, as we on United Masters, we're about to really make this shit go. Well, RFO Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? RFO Entertainment, we just want to get entertainment where we can make people laugh by telling the truth and not by comfortable lies. We should be able to cut up about these truths and not be offended. And we should be able to look at this, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you don't want to look at some of the truths that we talk about, that maybe you're complicit in some of the acts or a defender of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if this is going on, if there's, people act a certain way and sinning, and, you know, it is what it is. We all sin, but it's one thing just to project that sin, to try and take over the world and just like, yeah, we're just going to take over and kill all the good people that have morals and values and just replace it with this. This is bullshit. So, yeah. Well, on the rfoshow, I come here to spread the hash. So basically, we're going to do best. And if something else great comes up, we might retitle it based off that. But what we do here is all the videos that we show. When I come on and go live, it's something new I found by scrolling the feed. And we try to keep updated, more updated information from our people here on at home like me on TikTok, you know, and YouTube than your news reporters or even Alex Jones who knows everybody and has all these inside connects that can't handle it. So I'm surprised this one didn't get a copyright strike. We did in my country we have problem from Borat. And the problem is transport. Maybe it take too long because Kazakhstan really big. So transport in the well. And it's the dual citizenship. You know the second half of the song, folks. You know, I got people that come on my live. Who runs they'll just be like, wow, he's triggered. Yeah, because you guys still come and do this. So who runs the world? Okay, so now you're going to deflect to that. You want me to say it's 100% or 1,080% juice, right? Juice. The juice run the world? Like, that's pretty obvious now. And now you got my one. Look, well, okay, yeah, you got people. Here's what happens, right? Because I'm a government agent. I'm pretty sure they gave me the phone call that, all right, you can go after these evil Jews, but not all of them. Well, I'm going to keep saying this at the beginning of every video. I want the burden of proof is on you guys that think that there's two different kinds of Jews. I want to believe that because I was taught that for decades, but it never stopped the killing in the Gaza and the, you know, oh, they're just Christ believing Jews and these Jews that sinned and possibly killed Christ going on. Like, we acknowledge. But the Bible says there's no Jew or Gentile. And it says those that say they are Jew or not. Or it just says those Jews that won't repent and that children, you make yourself twice the children of hell, like the Pharisees and all that. So either. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're out here like, oh, well, I'm Jew, but I believe in Christ. Jews don't. That's that's bullcrap. There's a few doing it, most of them claiming that are post October 7th, or just not claiming it at all. Post October 7th are people, or even before that, are just, and not in my name, and not in my name, and not in my name. This is ridiculous. It's been going on since 1930s. Oh, but it only started at October the 7th. And it's not in my name. So if the Bible, that the book that's about the Christ, when the dominant form of Judaism rejects the Christ, how can there be, you know what I'm saying? If that's the dominant form, that would be the form. This would be something else, a spin-off, and not the mainstream form of Judaism. Why? Why is there a spin-off? And I just, why not just become like a Christian, like believer, or just, I don't need religion, I need a spirituality, because religion, let's break down the word religion real quick. Uh, re meaning back or again. The verb ligar, Ligar, meaning to bind or to tie. No standard suffix that is inherent to the word religion. But suffixes can be added to it from other words. Religious. So you're going back again. You're binding back again. Is what it means. So, religion is to put, I think, to put you back asleep. It could be a person who follows a belief system, like religious, like, or some IST, if you put that on the end. Well, you're following the belief system. To believe means to not know. God, whatever you want to call it, is there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a book. I was talking to my grandma last night. Like, she even agreed that I used to think like that. Yeah, the Bible doesn't say the key into heaven is reading the book every day. Nothing about reading that book. It's a guide made by man. If you know what I mean. Whether it's God or not, you can look to it, of course, but everybody's like, well, God talks to me through that book. I think that's kind of delusional. As having actually meeting God, it felt like, in my experience, that that's not true years ago. And people still want to defend that belief today that, oh yeah, I'm talking to God by reading this book. Are you talking to Captain America or to Venom by reading the Venom comics? Are you on the Detective Comics? I always thought DC as a kid meant something different. They told us it meant something different, like just in school. Like you got the Avengers, you got Marvel, and then you got DC, which I thought was like, oh, the Justice League. That's what I'm thinking of. I guess that's trash, because I've been to these comic shows not knowing shit about comics. And I don't see shit about the Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and Cyborg. So that's where he comes in from Teen Titans. Right on. I just think people don't know what God is, and they're afraid to know what God is. They're afraid to leave their body. They've had, even family has had, oh yeah, in the military way back, I've had this where you're looking down on your body. But the cord theory, right? They don't want to cut the cord and let go. They're afraid they won't come back. That's where I'm at. Stop playing with me. The kingdom of heaven is within. This is what he means. Just want to get this out here. Is what I'm feeling like right now. What he means on the chosen or in Revelation, whenever, when he's like, you shut off the kingdom of heaven for the world, but you yourselves don't go in. They want to be in the physical. They want to be on demon time. The kingdom of heaven isn't above us. Our soul doesn't float up to heaven. It's within you. Spiritual thing that you can do here in the physical and activate these parts of the body. God trying to kill us off. The bugs, the birds, the bees, all gone. And we're going to check Facebook here. With the anti-Semitism. Let's see if we're even live. We're just doom scrolling. Whatever happens, happens, YouTube. We're not intentionally looking up certain things to promote a narrative. We're just seeing what's true. I mean, when we're asking questions whether we think something's true, We're simply just seeing what social media is allowing and what others aren't allowing, and doing our own thing. That I think this censorship is irrelevant. If it trends, it trends. You still have a duty to make, as someone who disagrees with presenting factual information to debunk what's trending. I don't know. So anyway, what's going on here? Let's do a different set of hashtags now. I don't even know what to do with these hashtags. I'm just gonna switch them up each time I try. Let's see. I guess we left. See if we're still alive. I guess we're ever left. Trying to share the screen again. Shit, I guess I could have turned on some lights. You could see me a little bit. I don't care. I don't even know where my hat went. Let's just get it. We're live. Thanks for tuning in to the RFO show. Facebook's still open where it was. I'm not attacking all Jews, and they're calling me a Nazi, and I'm coming Nazi-like. But I have to admit, there's something going on here. So shout out to Tommy G. You're a real one. But, I want to apologize for sound like attacking you, but I still think you were trying to benefit of the doubt mentality. You don't want to just full on around, but you kind of have to at this point. They lied to us all. Yeah. Outwardly, it seems Doc mentioned this is the stream last night if you want to watch it. Yep. Anyway, let's continue.
The United States. And I'm Israel. I can do whatever I want. Well, I want. Take me. No, this is wrong. We both have the same father, Satan. I'm Israel. With you both, I can do whatever I want. Well, I want you. Take me. States. And I'm Israel. Behind me, I can do whatever I want. Well, I want you. Satan. The United States. And I'm Israel. With you behind me, I can do whatever I want. You. Take me. We both have the same father. Satan.
You are not violating the law talking about a revolution. You are not violating about what is required of the citizens. In the Declaration of Independence, it very clearly states that when a government becomes corrupt, illegal for you to talk about. That's our obligation as citizens. and it's protected by free speech. You are not violating the law talking about a revolution. You are not violating the law talking about what is required of the citizens. In the Declaration of Independence, it very clearly states that when a government
They can make 6 million. That many people. I mean, the bugs and the birds are fucked. Come on! What? And this pisses me. No, she was on that shit. Yeah. What do me? All right, I guess I'll her later. I'm not following a lot of you on but because I followed y'all on my page. So I forget that it's two different everything. Even saving this video saves to a whole different deal. Dyco page, and we're catching back up a lot of this stuff still. That's crazy. We're tired of it. That's my Don't be disorderly, man. Double standard. I'm not a guy with a gun. What kind of delusion do you live in? Just like me, just like him, anyone else has a gun. You're a guy. It's strapped right there on your side. So he's just a masculine chick with a gun. He's gonna probably say, but oops, didn't mean to exit the logo. What? I was cool with like security officers even getting roadside jobs to protect construction workers, but it's to the point where they're pulling people over in HOA and certain neighborhoods. They approval to do traffic stops beyond their authority. Is it's one thing to dress up like kind of like a cop with identifying badges and things on it, but when you're to the point that you got neighbor watch badges, or even for whatever the fuck, if I flipped out a concealed carry badge, I've seen one of those before somewhere next to this, like this. Dude, how does that give me any like? Oh, that means like I'm trained, but I'm flashing it as if like I'm a cop, and they're different. So I could see like some on his waist or has those on the front, and oh snap. I just don't understand. Come on, stop. It's picking and choosing between the Ream browser and this one. Hold on. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, I don't know. But nah, back to this shit. This guy's actually doing the work. Tanawa Downing's doing the work. And I suggest that you or somebody in your community, y'all build up some way to do the work to go check these people. In the middle of a safety meeting, I'll take this shit off the camera here in a second. That's what I'm saying. They can have weapons wherever they go, even in a deposition or being put on the stand in a court case. They show up armed sometimes while the rest of their department comes unarmed in t-shirts. You seen that one cop was like, and they keep trying to ask him, well, I'm on duty, I'm on the clock. They're on the clock, right? Well, some of them are on the clock, but every other officer damn near came in unarmed out of uniform out of respect for what the judge, or sorry, what the other guys asked. Clearly, I'm a security officer, but some of you security officers work with the police and they're lying. I got family and friends that's done it before that don't work with them. They have beef. They're always, they can't work together, it seems like. And then you got this. Oh, I'm not a guy with a gun. There's no coercion going on here. The whole community says there is in this town, and probably majority of small towns now. This is trained behavior. They go out somewhere and these small town cops meet up and get trained this behavior by the ones that were fired. We can go down that rabbit hole if you'd like and play the clip. Hit the news of these public, I don't know if they were public events, they were advertised like it. They come up and these mean cops that were fired help the other ones with understand the loopholes of what got them away with it so far or for so long. So yeah, this is trade behavior countrywide. They're scared to go after actual crime. They want to work with the drug people and whatever, the murderers. And they want to go after, for the most part, harassing average everyday individuals, threatening them to fund them with these unlawful fines, taking their cars and making us pay money to the state and to everyone else to get our car back, to these private businesses. And you tow companies that have a state impound, y'all are doing it too. Y'all are colluding with the police. I'm actively suing right now, so I don't want to say nothing. I like to just do it in quiet. I don't like to tell everybody I'm doing that, but yeah, I need my car back. It's been 5 months. They're not claiming Title 42 yet and selling it because I've called them like damn near every week saying, hey, look, we're in the federal court right now. If you sell it, you'll be contempt. Right now we're trying to challenge it. It's all y'all in the court and the judge, the cops, trying to burden shift. The cops said, oh, the tow company put the hold. They can't do that. No authority. Judge got to do it. The cop then they blame the cop shop for putting the hold, which they blamed, again, back at the cop shop, the tow company, which finally, 3 months in, well, it was kind of like, I'll be honest with you, kind of moment, because he was like, well, actually, they're on there to begin with. Being told there is back and forth burden shifting. That's 5 months, so clearly that's all they can do is lie and obfuscate, because clearly they have no authority to do what they're doing. Hang on, let me do a safety meeting, we'll get right back into this. But yeah, you get what I mean? We've all seen this video, I think, and a lot of you now have seen his reaction. Shout out to you. I think you're under attack like me here lately, High Impact Films. I'm sure you're getting stopped a lot now, or you're probably just zoocosis like everyone else. You don't leave the house. You sit here and do these videos all day, wasting months, if not years, on trying to wake people up. I don't know, he's near me. We're in the same state, and would love to do a collab video, since you got a lot of insights right now, breaking down, basically a video, maybe inviting on the cops that are awake, the very few departments standing down, the sheriff departments that are standing down, the people that are booted by state and federal governments for standing up for the people and our common law rights. Also, but mainly I would just like to explain that. Like, hey, look, a lot of cops are waking up. We need to let the other cops know that that's the case, that they need to act. that this is completely bad faith. It's not I'm doing my job. It's beyond they're doing their job because it's a voluntary part of their job. They don't have to write these traffic infractions. It's their choice to do it for revenue generation only, and that's it. So when crime goes down, and they're not going after the drugs and the crime and the crackheads in your town, which most don't. They know who they are and where they live, and they start sitting outside to go pull people over for traffic infractions. You'll see at the end of the month they'll start doing it. Beginning of the month. That's because it's revenue generation. They've wasted all their government. What's left of government funding they get that's been cut the last few decades. Get the fuck out of here. It's been on mainstream news that they said do what you want with the citations to beat that quota of funding since we're cutting the funding. So yeah, it's beyond a government deal when they're incorporated. They're in a private business capacity. They're not a public official. They cease to do any government operations. I think that's even in Clearfield Trust. There's a lot of cases, clear as day, when the city of Sallisaw incorporates with a chamber of commerce, and their police department incorporates too, as Sallisaw Police Department Inc. or whatever the hell town, whatever it is. Then it's none of them are government entities. They're private businesses by definition. So I don't know. I'd like to talk about it, but this guy's doing an awesome deal. I'm sorry, I ramble. But let's get it. Let's get back to it. Shout out to Route 66. I'm right here. You know. They always say it's a call to service, and they escalate it that you have to pay. You know, the people that called you, just like the fire department, if you don't donate every year and get their food right at their deal and pay your dues, they charge you or they won't show up, right? Which is crazy. The police don't charge the people calling the service, but the fire department charges the people calling the service. Mainly the person whose house it is. That's usually the one calling service. So like most of the time, it's other people calling in on someone else. It's not always the case. I mean, most people don't call the cops on themselves like you would on, oh, I burned the house down. I need y'all down here. My bad. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Brain fart. Call the service. If you ever heard a call, I don't know. They say we should pay more money now out of our pockets, pay dues to cops. I don't think so. I think that's just some shit that they should be in trouble for. If it's not already a violation that needs to be enforced or an enforceable one. That a call to service. It's not any reason whatsoever to impose a fine penalty. That's, or any kind of way of punishing somebody or generating revenue. Now again, call to service normally would be like, I need help. You guys got to serve the public. My cat's stuck in a tree, and you're right down the road, officer. I just happened to see you. Can you get the fire down here? For the meantime, can you help me stand underneath it? Can you help me jack up my car? My tire blew off. I ran out of gas. Call the service. Back in the 80s, everybody's like, oh yeah, you ain't come down there and gas tank and get me going. Taken care of, buddy. Slap the hood a little bit, but like, or the trunk, we're like, yeah, we get you taken care of, man. Anything else we can do? I'll check the oil for you. There's a guy in a badge, right? Pulling up, state cop. And another guy the other day was like, oh yeah, where was I? Football game, whatever. I don't know. And this guy's just like, oh yeah, the cop, man. I used to hear this all the time. They'd help you with stuff like that. But gas, you'd get down the road, and now it's just, oh, you're retarded if you run out of gas. Runs out of gas because nobody ever leaves. Nobody goes anywhere and gets distracted and has fun and goes, oh shit, let's get some gas. Or nobody, everybody's handed things. We got so much technology, but no real life shit that people don't know how to survive on something if the gas meter goes out because they don't ever leave. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do agree that this generation doesn't go out and do all this shit like their grandparents did. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? That there's some shit, like, forgot where I was going. But, like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy that these people are just completely taking their job out of capacity and out of beyond what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, if I called in to help me get gas today in my hometown for nothing at all, never done nothing, and I got 2 false charges in the past. That kind of, you know what I'm saying? That kind of makes it look like an excuse to accuse me of something in the future. Which is the first one was fake. They kidnapped my friend and did things I can't talk about. And then the next thing, right? The next charge later on, they come bother me when I called them to help me. They arrested me. That's what it was. So you know what I mean? It's one of them deals. Is that me, my best friend on a separate deal. I don't even think they know that cool like that. But like, let's see. Probably a majority of my town just refuses. They call their friends and family before they ever call the officers. Maybe just as a witness and hope body cam gets something and is used as more of an official record than my record of my camera on my phone, right? That's about it. Let's say somebody breaks into your truck at your home. It happens a lot. They go in neighborhoods and try to rob people's shit. Small town, they try it. It's crackheads. Looking for unlocked stuff. Well, you never know. Some people just run in there to lock something. Or they come back out late at night and forget to lock it. I don't even that. It's a frequency. So you can unlock most of these wireless things. Right? But a frequency. Or a similar key if it's just a physical lock. So it's like shit. A lot of the physical locks went away, which is how they lock you out of your car. And they're just completely wireless. What happened to both? I was cool with both. I was cool with being able to lock it up there at the and unlock it for somebody without giving them the key, right? But I'm also cool with being able to do it with the key when electronics fail. I mean, shit, I'll tell people now in other countries, like, bro, the gas pedal here, this is the issue, I believe. Toyotas or whatever the fuck it was, 2010, whatever. The accelerator was sticking. Now, I don't think they were regular accelerators, so these wireless electronic accelerators. The car that I have, you press the gas, it sends a signal. My brother, a Ford Tech, tells me it sends a signal to a wireless receiver that's on the throttle cap thing, and they run, run, run. So naturally, the old ones, I don't know about the ones today, without the kill thing in it. It's like old gaming controllers. When you hold down the button and you're flying, accelerating, you're driving, you're doing something, and you unplug it in that position, or it loses signal because too far, it's going to stay like that, like the old Havoc helicopters, the little processors, the drones, the small ones that you can fly in the house. On a clean day, you can fly it in the yard, not the wind. Well, my dad's friend had one. It gets up and loses on the remote and accelerated. Full blast is where he was holding it. And it's stuck. That's the last code it received, was to keep going. It hasn't received a stop code. Now it's like constantly sending it, if it's not sending it, it stops. Some of it. So I don't know. That's just an interesting perspective. But yeah, man, come on, police. Majority is woken up, back on topic. Majority, I don't want to say majority. I said there's a good portion in every state that's awake. They're all standing down. Basically, in my county, you're sovereign. It's like, yeah, they already know I beat it. I don't believe that, but I'm not worried about it. You're not hurting nobody. But I don't believe. Just get a registration. They get mad sometimes. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? They just act like, oh, this is a reason to bother somebody. They think they can tell us that we don't know what we're doing. But most of the time, they don't care. But yet they want to be like, the reason is they know. It's what I've heard from family of cops across the country. Is that the lawsuits are too much money. They're actually winning these cases, and the cops can see that now. You've seen the viral clip, no license. I beat it. He's like in Oregon somewhere, and that cop's like, man, what? This is court paper. If you beat this shit, if you ain't shitting me, because I'm a guy, I'm tired of paying taxes every year. I won't renew my license. So I'm curious. He's seen it. I guarantee you $1 million. That cop forgets that he gaslights himself back on the force or is gaslit by his partners and still works there. I'd love to see that officer in that viral video that's still circulating and people watching. He still has to know that it's viral and see it. Where he said that he would do it. I'd love to see him try to be a cop without a license, on a horse, whatever, or just not a cop at all. Right? Traveling and challenging his former counterparts, his former brethren, his former employees. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. The servants. Away. And a lot of people are aware of the government side, the law enforcement, the court side had a personal thing that forced them to dive into that. What's the worst that can happen? I'm about to lose my shit. Type it. Let's just bury their head. We're not going to contest to it being said. So it's not true. I personally disagree with that. Dress just like a cop. Obviously, I want you to be able to protect people. Most of these weapons are used on innocent people. They're doing that much than they are used to deter actual crime. It's like y'all have a quota on how much of that you got to use too. You're in here, you're not out there. So anyway. Very lawyer response, folks. Um, random not a theory, but just like a deflection. Yeah, he said something earlier. Oh yeah, the taxes. Voluntary compliance. Non-filing and proving of non-liability in history. So yeah, I wonder how many people are not filing land taxes here. And got it. You got to do it. You just got to. You just got to register all the buildings. Fuck off. the security officer, but that badge looks a little layered. That they've been on there. I just whoa, wait a minute, You mean to tell me that there's a cop badge too? Like the old sheriff badge is like the same shit. I don't know. We're not doing that right now. We're doom scrolling, folks. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? We're gonna try. It's simple what? Municipal security? Guys, y'all want it? Route 66.